stymied by the pole, but undaunted. I jammed it hard against him, a reminder that just because he couldn't reach me didn't mean I couldn't reach him. I knew the look of betrayal in his eye was my imagination. It didn't make me hurt less. I took each step backward with absolute caution until the length of the pole was between us. Former friend or no, he'd turned on me, too, and if I wasn't going to kill him outright, then I'd need to secure him. My breath sawed through the sudden stillness of the evening, loud and uneven. "How long can you keep this up, Victoriana? You must dispatch the dog, or what will you do with poor Brindle when you finally stop to bury my remains?" Yeah, there was a voice in my head talking to me, and it knew my name. This was a new development, and I was not grateful for it. It might be part of our creed to accept with gratitude that which we do not understand, but I'd never really been very good at keeping the creeds, or at accepting things I didn't understand. I was pretty sure it was some kind of shock or trauma or something that had me hearing my mentor's voice in my head when he was very clearly dead. "Well, I'll be the first to admit I'm not quite well, but I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say dead." Swallowing down a wave of unease, I spared a miserable glance for the corpse whose voice echoed in my mind. Sir Branson lay sprawled in the clay not far away, limbs akimbo, my longsword pinning him through the chest, and quite neatly to the ground, which, I might add, had done little to stop him when he tried to tear out my throat before the demon leapt out of him and into his beloved dog Brindle. Remember when I said I was fighting 3 opponents? That's them. 1 mentor, 1 dog, 1 demon. There were swirls of clay all over Sir Branson's armor, and thick tracks and whorls scored into it around him, as if a potter had been forming a pot and set him in the wall of it as a grisly stamp. I'd seen worse things pass for art in our time journeying through the great cities. Denkartia has a grotesque statue that looks like children formed it from blobs of mud. But I'd never seen anything that wrenched me in two like this did. Beyond my mere sorrow, this was terribly unholy. I made the sign of the aspect of the rejected god, a holy tap of knuckle to forehead and then sword arm. God forfend my spirit be stained by communing with the dead. God forfend the demon jump to me next. "I'm doing my best to prevent that, dear girl, but if you'd stop with all the doom and gloom, I'm sure it would be easier. You've cast out demons before. Just do it again. Quickly now." My cheerful and very dead paladin superior Sir Branson said, in my mind, "Look, I know it's because I've gone mad. I'm under no illusions about this. Sir Branson had been a vagabond paladin of the forsaken aspect in life, and now even in death, he did not seem to have a set course to take. It was disheartening, really, to think that I might suffer cold and loneliness all my life, only to have it continue past the gates of death. Well, I'm not exactly staying here for me. It's just that I may possibly well, it pains me to admit it, but I may have skimped just a little on your training, and this death situation has brought that screaming realization to the forefront, and it feels just a tad irresponsible to sidle off now." The dog crouched low, growling with a vibration so deep that I felt it more in my bones than heard it in my ears. "Are you still in there, Brindle?" I coaxed. Who knew? Maybe there was an epic dog versus demon battle going on within. Maybe the dog would win. He'd nearly beaten me. "Who's a good boy?" A flash of red rolled through the dog's eye, and then an eldritch voice, the demon, no doubt, replied, "Not me. Send the denizen to hell, girl. One deep strike to the throat of the dog. I think you know how stories like this end. No need to turn them on their heads." Sir Branson.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.